Hello students, in previous video we have learned that how to construct a line segment of given length, and based on it we have done worksheet number 5, and now today we will start with the brain teasers of this unit. So here is the first question, that is tick the correct answers. A sphere has dash plane surfaces. So how many plane surfaces are there in a sphere? So the example of sphere is a ball. So is there any plane surface in a sphere or a ball? No. So options are 3, 6, no and 4. So there a sphere has no plane surfaces. A cube has dash vertices. So we have learned the faces, vertices and edges of cube and cuboid. So how many vertices are there? Vertices means corners. 8, 6, 12 and 4. So there are 8 vertices in a cube. All the faces of cube are. So what is the shape of the faces of a cube? Rectangles, circles, triangles and squares. So we know that the length, breadth and height of a cube are equal, right? And the faces of cube are squares. कैसे होते हैं? Squares. And the length, breadth and height of cube are equal, whereas in case of cuboid the length, breadth, height are different. That is the difference, you know. And next is a birthday cap represents a. So what is the shape of a birthday cap? So you must have seen like this. So a birthday cap represents a cone, triangle, cube or a cylinder. So it represents a cone. Next is your mathematics textbook represents a. So what is it represents a rectangle, cube, cuboid or a square. So your mathematics textbook represents a cuboid. Why? Because it has length, breadth and height also, right? It is a solid shape, so it represents a cuboid. And now next question, and this is the last unit of the book. And how many line segments are there in the following figures? So we have to count the number of line segments, right? So count the number of line segments. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 line segments. Count the number of line segment in this figure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are not the line segment because these are curved line, right? जो curved होती है वो line segment नहीं होगी. So how many line segments are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. So there are 5 line segments. Now count the number of line segments in this figure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here also 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many line segments are there? There are 10 line segments, right? 4 in this rectangle, 4 and 2 this, 6 and 4 in this square. 6 plus 4 is 10, right? And in this figure 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 line segments, right? Now draw the line segments of the following lengths. So in previous video we have learned how to draw or construct a line segments of given length. So try to do it yourself. It is very easy. And next is write 2 examples of objects having the shape of cuboid, circle, square, cone, cylinder and sphere. So the example, we have to write 2 examples of objects having these shapes. So cuboid. So we have just discussed one example, that is the book, right? So book, and you can write any two examples. For example, brick, जो ईंट होती है, brick, that is also a cuboid, ठीक है, it has a cuboid shape. Any other example? Your tiffin box or pencil box, book, these are some examples. Next is your circle. So circle shape, you can see on the top of CD, right? CD होती है आपकी, that is of circular shape. And then bangles, bangles भी आपकी कैसी होती है, तो उसका सर्कुलर शेप की होती है. कॉइन्स, कॉइन भी आपका सर्कुलर शेप का होता है, राइट? नेक्स्ट इज योर स्क्वायर. सो स्क्वायर यू कैन राइट, एग्जाम्पल इज ब्रेड, टॉप ऑफ द ब्रेड. अगर हम ऊपर के सरफेस की बात करें, सो दैट इज अ स्क्वायर. ब्रेड, पीस ऑफ ब्रेड होता है, ब्रेड जो हम खाते हैं, सो दैट उसका टॉप होता है आपका स्क्वायर शेप का. सिमिलरली अ चेस बोर्ड, राइट? चेस बोर्ड ऑल्सो हैव अ square shape, right? And then cones, so your birthday cap, as we have just discussed, and ice cream cones, your Christmas tree, these are the objects which have conical shape, that is cone. And then cylinder, your tube light and your gas cylinder, pipes, and cells, जो torch cell होते हैं, that is also a cylindrical shape. And then your sphere, so ball, your orange, marbles, you can write any two examples, that is up to you. Next is how many triangles are there in the given figure. So you have to count the number of triangles in this figure. Let us count them. So one triangle, this one triangle, this, right? Then second triangle, this one, third triangle, right? And then fourth triangle, this one. Any other triangle? Yes, there is one more triangle, this one, big triangle, fifth. ये भी ट्राइंगल भी आपका कौन सा हो गया, फिफ्थ ट्राइंगल. एनी अदर ट्राइंगल? नो. सो हाउ मेनी ट्राइंगल्स आर देयर? 5 ट्राइंगल्स. 4 तो हमें दिख ही रहे हैं, 1, दिस वन, 2, दिस वन, 3, दिस वन, एंड 4th दिस. 4 triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this big one is 5th, right? Next is how many squares are there in the given figure. So you have to count the number of squares. So you can see here 6 squares तो हमें वैसे ही दिख रहे हैं, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So is there only 6 squares in this figure? No, there are more squares. So 6 तो हमें दिख ही रहे हैं. Then अगर मैं इसको हाइड कर दूं, then this is a square, right? ये कंप्लीट जो आपका हो गया, ये क्या हो गया, एक स्क्वायर हो गया, राइट? अगर मैं इसको हाइड करता हूं, सो दिस इज अ स्क्वायर. सिमिलरली अगर मैं दूसरी साइड को भी हाइड करता हूं इसको, देन दिस इज ऑल्सो अ स्क्वायर. सो 6 हमें दिख रहे थे, देन 7 एंड देन 8. सो हाउ मेनी स्क्वायर्स आर देयर? 8 squares. And the last question, how many line segments are there in given figure? So you have to count the line segments. Very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 ये पूरी हो गई. अगर मैं यहां से यहां तक लूं, तो 5, DE, 6, and this 7. कितने हो गए हमारे? 7 लाइन सेगमेंट्स. कैसे हुई? लेट अस सी अगेन. 4 तो आपको, 5 तो आपको दिख ही रही है. 1, दिस कंप्लीट AD, देन AB, देन BC, देन DC, राइट? ये तो हमें दिख ही रही है, कौन सी? AD, AB, BC एंड DC, राइट। अभी भी और कौन सी AE भी हमें दिख रही है, AE. Now we will break this DC into two parts. DE is a line segment and EC is also a line segment. So how many line segments are there? 7, right? So in this way we can count the number of line segments. And this is the last unit of the book, and now in next video we will start the revision. Thank you.